Good morning. Good morning. Actually, it's good afternoon. Wow, I am getting such a late start today. I am telling you, I am getting a late start. I'm right behind you. I'll be over there in just 1 second. I made the mistake yesterday. I went live on my cell phone because I don't go live on my computer because I just jump around and I'm moving around too much doing stuff. So I had my ads turned on, my monetization turned on, but because I didn't go live on my computer, I never went into my settings on my computer and never got my um, my ad set. So that was so frustrating to me. But I'm in here right now. I'm on the right channel. Hey, Simra, hey. I'm looking for my, oh, I gotta go into analytics. Yeah, yesterday during my 3 hour live, listen to this, 3 hour live, 1,000 people came in and out. I never had my ads turned on. Had the monetization turned on, so I'm right behind here turning those darn ads on. Give me 1 second. Make sure I don't do that again, right? It's just because I go, there we go, it is turned on, and boom. Whoo, whoo, whoo. There we go. So guess what? We got our curtains up, and we got stuff, we got painting. I'm gonna just paint these last 2 walls. We are just about to wrap up this kitchen area. I am so excited. So we're gonna put this, all right, ready, earthquake. And also, see, Simmer, oh shoot, Simmer, let me give you your jacket real quick because you will need that, I am sure. Add you right here. There you go, and save it up. There we go. We've got you. And let me turn on over here. Hey, Krishna Garden, welcome in. I'll just jump up if we see anybody else. So I'm in the US, and as you know, the fall is the holiday season, beginning of like the holiday festivities for the whole rest of the year. But because I'm redoing the house, I am not getting out my Halloween stuff. So I just grabbed my one pumpkin candle, pumpkin-y, and look what I found at the craft store. I found some nuts. So we are going, I thought it was going to be complicated, but literally I just need a pair of scissors to cut the string. And then I can put those out and put my other acorns out. Yes, here we go. So we'll get this done, then we'll start working on our walls. Thank you, Krishna Garden. Thank you, Simra, for being here. Simra, congratulations on your monetization. I missed that. I missed that whole party. So I'm just gonna lay these in the tray. And it will look festive, and that will be enough holiday for me, right? It will be just enough. Do you guys love my curtains? And listen, they have bells. You know, they're all sorry. I love it. I love it. So I just put some around, and then I have one left. I can put on the candle itself. Or is that going to be too big? I'll just put it in the bowl. I'll put it on the other side. Hello, welcome, and Vika, welcome. All right. Are you living in the Netherlands, or are you just visiting in the Netherlands? All right, let's put our thing down, and we'll put some nuts there. And we'll put some nuts there. And there we go. That's decorating this year for the fall holidays. That is what I got. I am doing great. I'm running a little bit behind today, but that's okay. That is okay. I just got one extra nut. I have to have things like balanced or it bothers me. So I will put my one extra nut over here on my bunnies. There, now I moved fall over there. Okay, so that project is complete. Yay, moving right along. Next thing we have going on, hey Reg Broom, let me give you your jacket. Please support. Mir Shahir is here as well. I'm only getting my, I'm on that anyway. Let's just not explain it. I do the best I can. So if I miss calling you out, I apologize. Now, I have my laptop behind me. That's a little bit better because I can actually see the screen. I cannot wear my trifocals, or not trifocals, what are they called? All right, ready guys, we got to spin because we got to rip out nails out of the wall. So this is the little wall that needs to be repainted. It's this little bit of green. So I first need to pull those nails out. Did I lose you guys? Oh no. Oh no, it looks like we lost. What happened? Hold on. Hold on. Oh no, there you are. Oh, it's just showing black around the edges. That's odd. That is odd. Anyway, we're going in. See if that's a better image. Let me go on the other side where I can see it. Well, we'll go ahead and we're gonna pull these out. Some of them I should be able to do by hand. Some I hit the, like this. All of a sudden I hit the support. There you go. I'll get that in a minute. Oh, shoot. I don't know how I wound up. Oh, listen, that has like paper has pulled up. We're gonna have to double work that spot. So this wall and the wall across the way has no, let me see if I can get to top messages. It has no holes in it, so we can paint while this is drying. The pictures I had up here are not coming back. Let me get my sander and sand away. Right, these are all tools that get put away. Let me grab my sandpaper. Thank you all. I always try to get everything together for my projects. And yes, we are hitting up your videos, that's for sure. Hold on, excuse me guys, I didn't mean to get up. There you go, my chat wasn't moving. But there's always something I forget. And today it was the sandpaper. This is a hollow space there. I have no idea what has happened. That feels... There's something odd right here on this wall. It's almost as if, and it could have been, there's a big hole here. I wonder if the builders, because I don't ever remember that hole being there, when they built this house, accidentally put a hole in my wall and covered it up. I have a place in my office where this corner, when they put my drywall in, has buckled. That is a hole from, here's another hole of some kind. However, I got what it takes to make it perfect. Yeah, there's a, see it? I don't know if you can see right here. As I sand, you can see there's a glop of something missing from right there. It looks as if the, excuse me, drywall was pulled up. I don't know what happened. promise you support. You're watching Chigalis. Yes, yes. I absolutely. I'm looking for my. Gosh, I got some of that sand, that dust in my throat. Hold on, guys. Alrighty. After we finish this wall in here today, these two small walls, then we'll clean some of the carpet spots. I really don't have a lot to clean up. But we will. We'll do just a little bit. I didn't put the top on this really well. Literally, I just have a hole. So I'm just get it and wipe it down. That's all it takes to cover the hole. So I just kind of use a fingertip because I can make it just as flat with my fingertip as I can with a spackle, and I'm not this larger piece right here though. I'll go ahead and work it in. And honestly, I just worked across it to fill that spot. And that's it. That's all that it took. I used the DAP, the Dry Dex. Well, it's going to be backwards if I show you because of the way the camera's set up. I like the Dry Dex because it turns white. There you go. I always put a little foot action on top of my pans to make sure it's dry. On top of my paint cans, I give it a sand. All right, we're ready to mix paint. My favorite part of the day. We will come right here. Ready? Close your eyes. We are spinning. And we have our paint right here. I got my drill set up. I'll drop it down in a second. I have to wash this off my hands. Remember, 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 remember. Don't ever clean your stuff in the sink. Especially if you've lived there a while, it will clog your sink up. And that won't be good. I appreciate everybody coming over and spending some time with me. You know, your support means a lot. And you can continue supporting even when you're not around. All right. Mir Shahir, the Mr. Log Master, is driving. Woo! God, he's probably got those logs piled up. I'm telling you. You guys should see what they were able to balance on a rickshaw. It gave me, I'm passing a log truck, anxiety just watching it. All right, so my hand is clean. Let me tip it down right here. We have got to open the paint. And let me get my paint opener tool. I always forget something, darn it. So all of this project, even though I started downstairs because I was going to paint my house years ago, right before I fell and broke my wrists and my hands. Thank you, Big Up Nuts, exactly. Hey, Patrick. He always clicks in to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing during the day. Big shout out to Patrick. Anyway, so I went ahead and wanted to finish up this downstairs. I'm just doing a little bit. So even though the tray is rusty, I don't feel like wasting or using an entire plastic piece that I'll use when I'm painting ceilings. It might take longer than one day. So this aluminum foil that's really wide, is great. Great, great, great. And I can just reline that just like that. And now my tray, hold on, is brand new. Now, to tell you the truth, if you want to know the honest to God's truth, the plastic trays that you can buy, isn't that a great view? The plastic trays you can buy to put in your rolling things are cheaper than using the aluminum foil. But I'm just using it for this one little spot, so it's fine. And then I still have, so my tray is ready. Check that off the list. Let's get the drill ready. I got my paddle put on, tighten it down. Don't want it flying off in the paint. Check. I have my water right next to me, so when I'm ready to put the paddle into the water, it's ready. When I stop with the paint, I try to write on the top of the can what it is, and also on the, but now with cell phones, a lot of people take pictures of their color so that they can always know what color they had. I like the surprise of spending days looking for a new color. Honestly, if I'm gonna repaint, I'm gonna repaint. This paint, I put this paint down 3 years ago, so it's a newer paint than some of the other ones I have used. And yeah, well, let's see how it looks. I definitely stood on this can. There it goes. The biggest problem you have with older paint, or once it's been opened, is that it can have rust around the top. So, can you see the color? That's not the color we want. It has all separated. And if you're using paint and you're just using it for the day, little paddles and sticks are the way to go. That's great. It really works. However, when something has sat and now the technology is here and it's cheap, hey, Aisha, thank you. Let me give you a jacket before I start drilling. Hold on, let me get you all jacketed up. Hold on, it's moving too fast. Hold on. No, it was a perfect place to come in. All right, let me add, that way you can connect while I'm drilling. So with the new paddles, literally, I found this for it's like $4 after tax, $4 straight. And it will mix the paint just like it was when it was new. You don't have to worry about sometimes painting and hitting a spot that wasn't mixed. Alrighty, we'll turn it on and go. This is the best part, so let me let you really see this color mix. Maybe I'll set of my head. Let's get down into the. All right, let's see. Are we in the can? Yeah, you can see it a little bit better, I think, now. I still have some on the sides of my can. I need to be sure that's just oil. Let me go the other way. But look what came off the film. All right, that's old paint film. Let's get that out of the way. Well, it started to peel, so let's peel it all the way. I don't want paint glop. Oh, shoot. In my paint can. Okay, great. I got that out of our way. take it the other direction. So I'm able to start seeing it's mostly mixed now. How much better is that than the paddles? I'm telling you, if your paint is older, yeah, go for a mix. All right, just a little bit longer. And you bring it up out of there just like you do a beater. This is not my enamel paint, it's regular paint. I use, if you are wondering, I have put it in my water right behind me. And I can clean that when I finish. But this, I really like this brand of paint. Hold on. It's the Valspar series. Let me put you guys back up a little bit. We'll come back up. This is the Valspar. It's sold at Lowe's, but it is the low emissions, so it does not have a lot of smell to it. It's the one coat color stay. Now the paint in the room is, like I said, 3 years. So if I were to try to like cover a hole, I would have to paint the whole wall. After that amount of time with sun and just light, it fades some. It always does. You can't get around that. And that's just the nature of paint. That's why if you try to touch something up, you can always see where you touched it up. And I have the top I used for this. Let's see if there's one spot that's better. I've never used one of these pouring tops. Another. Hey, Alicia, let me give you a jacket, okay? Hold on. Now, I have a secret tip for you, okay? I do have a secret tip. Alicia, I hope you are doing well today. All right, Alicia is new. Let's see. Welcome in, welcome in. So, one of the tips, especially if you're in the United States, you can take your paint back, especially if it's just one that they sell directly. So like Lowe's is the only place I know that sells the Valspar. You can go right to Lowe's and they will reshake your paint for you if that's how you choose to do it. A lot of people don't know. And when it's been separated for as long as this has, you know, if I had bought it and painted everything in between days, I would stir. But with it having sat for 3 years, to then get back to this project, I definitely needed it to really be re-stirred. And so then I'll just take it right here and we will pour just a tad into my tray that I covered in aluminum foil. I will pull out the old little piece of crust and that's it. That is it. When I go to paint the next room, I'm going to still go with a I might only get a quart of paint, really. You know, they will tell you how far paint goes. And I think that's going to be way too much. But anyway, it'll splatter some. I think I always buy a gallon, not thinking, because my mother's house was white. And then I'm not even using a whole roller because those walls are small. I just have my little mini roller. I have to be careful because it's not the right, the roller goes to a different roller thing, but it was the one I put my hands on. So, you know, some days that's just what we're going to use, right? But like I was saying, I am always in the habit of, and it's a bad habit, of buying gallons of paint. And I really absolutely need to begin to listen to and to read how much of the square foot it's going to cover and go with that instead of going with just a gallon. I really noticed after we painted the kitchen that I have so much paint left over. I only used about, I would say a third, if that, of that paint. So I definitely did not need anywhere near. And then you just hook your tray onto your ladder, and then you don't have to keep going up and down your ladder to paint and to get things. This is small enough I can do all of my cut in at one time, and we've talked about that before. I'm gonna have to get way up there. When you're loading your brush, you only want to load the tip of your brush. It doesn't need to have paint everywhere, because the only thing that happens is it goes up into your bristles and then it will make a mess, right? So I'm going to get up nice and tall, and I'm going to start right here in this corner. Just going to follow that line all the way across. The next paint that I'm getting out to use is ceiling paint. So if I happen to touch the ceiling, I'm not too worried about that right now. This has the one coat of this paint on it. It just needed a second coat because it wasn't quite covered all the way. And life got in the way of me coming back and getting back to it. Well, broken hands and broken wrists got in the way. But we'll call it life. So that's some of my tricks and techniques. I'm telling you, this paint, being that it is a low emissions, it has no smell. Truthfully, has next to no smell, which is great if paint gives you migraines, to know that you can now get something that is. And remember to feather so you don't have a harsh line. Crisscross and feather down. Crisscross and feather down in your painting. But yeah, so with low emissions, if you're sensitive to the smell or if it triggers a headache, which is very possible, don't worry. They now have things. You don't have to worry about the time of year because you have to keep your windows open. This low emission stuff is amazing. And I am sure, I am positive that since I bought this paint, it has gotten even better. I am positive it has. It's just the way the world works, right? Because I think when I bought this a couple years ago, that technology had not been out that long. So I did a nice tight line, and now I'm kind of pulling it down. So when I pick up my roller, I can come in and you won't see a harsh cut in line. Oh, wow. Well, here's a very old piece of, it's a bristle painted into the wall. All right, there's something right there. Ew, it was a bug I just painted on.
All right, so then I'll come in with my roller. You do want to hit your area that you're cutting in while the paint is still wet. Hit it with your roller before it really dries. So you kind of do your cut in and rolling at the same time. That was one of my biggest mistakes that I had to learn over the years, was not go around the whole room cutting in and then coming back and rolling. And I think, like I said, the problem with how I grew up learning to paint is that it was all white. My mom was redoing white walls. She kept all of her walls white. So, truthfully, there's a little block. When you went in with white on white, half the time, who knew if we really painted the walls? All right, I am getting some pickup, some lint pickup, so I'm gonna have to be very careful with this roller. I'm definitely getting lint pickup. Oh, come on, let's get it, there you go. So the reason these lines are in the tray, in case you don't know, hello, Alicia, welcome. I thought I gave you your jacket. Hold on, let me get you your jacket. But the reason the lines are in the paint tray is because you pick up your paint and you roll your roller up and down those lines to distribute the paint around your roller. That is what those lines in your roller are for. If you don't use them and you have too much paint on your roller, you're gonna spray paint all over everywhere when you roll. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. And we just kind of go in a little bit, apply some pressure to that roller, and just keep it moving. Well, Alicia, I'm glad you're here. You can do all the painting with us. We have lots and lots to paint. This is just the first area. I'm coming down to give you, oh yeah. You Alicia, are you gonna put content up? Are you gonna be a creator? What are you doing? Are you just support team? Let me tell you, my channel says it was open like forever because it used to be Fabulous Me, and it was just, that was who I want, how I supported. All right, as you see, I don't use tape. And sometimes I'm happy about it, and other times the frustration. All right, so I painted that sharp line, and you can't see it. Let me show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about cutting in. So, see how this sharp line right here, you can see it coming down the wall? I don't know if that helps any. No. Okay, see how sharp it is? What I want to do is pull that paint out. See how I just pulled it? And that way, when I come back with the roller, it's gonna fill it in and not leave a sharp line. That is the goal. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut up from this. I wonder what would happen if I painted the whole thing. And once again, I want to just feather it down, feather it out, feather it around. So being the second of the oldest to 10 kids, we're always painting something. Because like I said, my mom used white walls, right? Why not? And my job, we got to start, we would always get to do roller duty, like even as kids. So that's how I learned, you gotta get your roller in the paint, and then you use the bubbles, the little mountains to get it so it'll be all over your roller. So that was like the little kid's job. The under 12 had to do the rolling on the walls. And then the older kids got to do the cut-ins. And we always had a room, we were painting. I honestly, now looking back on it, I think my mom was just being shady and giving us something to do on something where we had to always work together. And like redoing a room I can go ahead and bring that right back in. And then hit that spot right here. I did not like how that's looking. So yeah, I think that was her trick. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it as an older person, my mom was shady, keeping us busy. Oh, you don't have anything to do here, we're painting. Yeah, it was always a project. There you go. And see how harsh that stroke is? And now I can pull it and pull it away from that wall. And then it'll blend in with the strokes of the roller. See, and make it nice and soft. Nice and soft. I loved, you know who I loved though? You gotta say it. I loved, what was his name? You know, the happy painter. He used to come, I'm looking right here, we have his thing. Bob Ross. Bob Ross on Saturday mornings. All right, so now I gotta move you back because I gotta squat, and this is this wall. Like I said, it wasn't a major wall to get done, but it definitely had some spots where I just needed a second coat. So we're here to second coat it, right? Now I gotta move my whole entire party. But painting's not hard. And truthfully, the good thing about painting something yourself is the imperfections do not bother me half as much as if I had paid somebody to paint my house. And then those imperfections that I can look at and go, oh, I need to go fix that. And 3 years later, I'm just getting to it. Those imperfections would have me on the phone calling up whoever I paid saying, yeah, there's some stuff you need to come fix. So that is the advantage to doing this yourself. Not only, it's not that hard. It's really not. Basic supplies, and it is good. I do recommend, especially if you're doing a big wall, to use drop cloths. In this process, I'm not going to because I'm ripping the flooring out and I don't care about my floors. So that's that. And in the next room that we're gonna start week after next, in this room, we're gonna go from the ceiling and we are going to go all the way to ripping the carpet out and redoing the floor. I am going to paint the subfloor because at this point in life, as life is lifing faster than income is incoming, we are just using the subflooring. And I shall show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over it with a black, and then I'm like really excited actually to get in there and paint that floor black. So I just loaded my roller again. Here, we can all drop down together if you would like. Woo, here we are, a little bit lower. I'm gonna get some of these spots I missed. My older brother, who is the oldest, obviously, I was second and he was older, he, oh my gosh, it was just like my mom, a painting perfectionist. I mean, if there was one bubble, one run, one anything, he was back in there and sanding and redoing. Now, the trick to painting also is with paint, you don't necessarily want to hit that second coat right away. You want to let the paint dry and really adhere, because even if it says, oh, it'll be dry in 30 minutes, it will be, but it's kind of like fingernail polish. For those of you that use fingernail polish, the more coats you have on, the longer it takes to dry down. And if you get too aggressive with it, it'll start to peel up on you. And we don't need stuff peeling up on us, right? So then we just come back in, finish it off with my larger brush. I just really loaded it because I didn't feel like standing up again. Go ahead and cut across right here where I started up higher because I had too much paint on my brush. And I hold my breath and do a line across. And I'm gonna come back across this way. When I'm trying not to touch something, I can't speak. I have to hold my breath. Thank you all for being here watching me. Thank you all for spending time with me to get today and supporting my nuts. Just know the lives I will talk and do my thing like this. In the videos, it is straight ASMR. There is no other. It's just the sound and for the relaxation of it all. I felt like I missed that spot, but I guess I didn't. All right. I'm going to let that set. I'm not real happy with a couple spots, but like I said, I've got to let it thicken up or else it'll peel up. So we're going to come back over to this other little section that is right here that had to get done. And let me read a few comments while we're switching around. All right. Like the color. Thank you. I love this color. Hello, Beyond World. I hope your roosters are roostering well today. Let me get you a jacket so you can come and play. Hey, K Daily Life. Thank you. This green, let me show you. I think you can see it a little bit better on this wall. So it's like a green gray. I love it. I love it. And then you can see how it kind of blends right here. I don't know. Can you see where it's blending with the cream? So those are the two colors and color contrast. I had my whole, oh shoot, I made a mess over here. Hold on guys, I gotta get a rag real fast. I didn't have my enough plastic where I was mixing. I do use plastic for that. So now I have paint on the floor. Good thing about acrylic paint is you can scrape it right off of these vinyl floors. Oh, look, I drip paint everywhere. Man, I'm such a mess. All right, so we let the spot right here where we were coming back in. See how light that color is? And you can see the bleed through from the other color. I don't know how to get it so it's the best. Yeah, there you go. We can kind of see that wall together. Okay, so I just need to come back in with my sandpaper because what I hung here is not going back there. So we just boop, 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 boop. And you can see when I painted it the first time, you can see the lines. It was a last minute, anyway, it was a whole, we're doing it now. It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters about it, right? All right. And I should have just enough paint. I'm actually going to move my paint tray over here. And so, yeah, the lives for now until through Christmas, I'll tell you right now, my lives are going to be me painting. But I appreciate it. We're still working. Thank you. I love this combination. And you guys saw my curtains, right? Let me show them to you. I love my curtains. So I just got these curtains. This room had no color in it. It was just cream. Look at that. How much fun is that? Yes, I love my curtains. I think they're gorgeous. I had kept my house extraordinarily neutral. On my other channel, I talk about my life and my kids' lives and all of that. Hey, Coco. Hey, we are paying 10. But I have children that are neurodivergent, meaning they have some special needs and are on that autism spectrum. So with that being said, it was kind of very, very, very important for them coming in as young children to have a place that was distraction-free and relaxing, that would not overwhelm them, a place where they could decompress. So, and also all of my grown-up stuff that I had gotten all over the place while I was traveling, I didn't want them to break it. So I put a lot, I love glass. I find glass art so fascinating. I think it's some of the most beautiful artwork. I think I love it so much because I feel like it flows like water. I think glass reminds me so much of water that's why I'm so fascinated by glass. So of course glass art and young children are a combination that's going to end in tears. So I just went ahead and put all of that stuff away, and now they're all grown up, and I am ready to bring my favorite things back out. And I'm making a palette that is hopefully going to show them, don't hit the wall, off beautifully. That is my goal. Oh yeah, that's going to be better. That's going to be so much better, isn't it? I'm going to come back in with my cut brush. And yeah, so that is what's one of the things that has generated part of this redo. Also, my son is going to be a stay-at-homer. He's going to kind of hang close to home. He has a local job that's amazing. And he is saving money to be able to buy his own property in a couple years in cash. So in order to do that, he's going to live at home. So the goal is to get upstairs created for him to have his space as an entire grown up. So that's what we're doing. We're making a fun environment. But there are definitely, like everything in life, money limits on what we can do and how we can do it. I don't have an endless supply of money. So the money is going to have to go towards the paint of it all. Yeah, so that's where the majority is going to be spent. Oh, we just feather it back out. I have too much paint on this brush. I'm trying to get some of it off. There we go. Pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. And then we'll go back in with our little roller. So yeah, I hope that these kind of lives are great. I am 1 billion% chasing my threshold. So I thought, let's try it. Let's try it, right? Oh, I only had my top chat. I did not have my live on. All right. That is for sure what we are doing. Yeah, so this time around too, like I said yesterday, I was so upset I forgot to turn my computer on. I was running it off of my phone only, and then things didn't go all the way. In my bathroom, I've decided I don't know what colors I'm going to use upstairs yet. My room will be one of the last. It's this one, then the dining room is going to become a dining room again. And then, there we go, pull that out. That needs a little work right there. We go, pull it out, pull it out. There you go, pull those marks right on out. There you go. There we go. We're almost finished for this part. Then we get to clean carpets. Would you like to stay and play? What do you think? I think we're going to clean carpets together. I'm going to be here. I sure do appreciate everybody that is tuning in to watch this project get done as we muddle along. The last major thing that has to get done, and it cannot happen until after the other room is finished, is I need to come back in and I have to move my light fixture. But I don't have to move the whole base. I just have to move the structure, the light part of the light fixture to set it over. So that is the very last thing. And then of course we could just have fun decorating as we go when we get to that. So that aluminum sound is me rubbing my roller up and down to get the paint well distributed on. So even though my roller didn't fit this, if you don't get over excited, you can keep the paint out of that centerpiece. So it works fine, and it's really not that hard to do. And even though I am still recovering from broken hands and broken wrist and broken stuff all over and surgeries of my hands, okay, I have to say I do get a little bit, at night my hands have been a little bit tight. So I'm gonna have to start massaging them a little bit away. My husband might have to massage my hands. But there, I feel so much better getting this coated. It was so bothersome to me. The last little bit of cutting in. Yes, guys, we will come back down, cut back in, right? Pull back out to make it nice and smooth. Make it make sense together. Yeah, you've always got to go back and do that little bit of pull. Right here, the base, I am at this baseboard right here. I'm touching and pulling up, touching and pulling up. Just because it's an awkward spot, kind of leaning on the wall and feathering down and moving it up, moving it up, moving it up. Boom, there you go. That's the trick. Feather, feather, feather. And then it will get rid of the marks. Yes. I am going to give that, oh shoot, did I touch that wall? Well, I'll have to touch it up. An A+. All right, there we go. We're finished with the painting. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So let's come back this direction. All right. Come back over here. All right. So you can see it's kind of drying and kind of a little bit splotchy, but the reason it's drying splotchy is that means I put more paint on one spot than the other. It should even out just fine when it's dry. And that's what we're going to save. I'm going to go ahead and put a little paint in here, or water. Now, if you buy good paint and you buy good paintbrushes, you can use the same brush for years. I suspect this paintbrush is 35 years old or more. So I keep my paintbrush as well. But I am going into the next room, so I only want to put the water up to above the line where the paint is. I do not want the entire paintbrush sitting in the water. It'll mess up the paintbrush, but this is going to sit for a while, so I need it to be like that. The cleanup is so simple. But if you go ahead and take care of it, let's come on down this way and we can see what we have going on down here, right? And that is, Alicia, I sure do appreciate you being here. Kate Daly must not have to work today. Appreciate you spending your time off with me. Coco Grace, you know, it's always a pleasure. I think we have a deal. I'll come paint for you and you can cook for me. I am not using this paint again. I know I'm not using this paint again. I'm going to go ahead and pull the top off. I'll let it dry and then I can pull it out in one piece. I'm going to go ahead and put the top back on the paint. I don't know how other people do it. I check the edges, make sure there's nothing there, and then I stand on it. So let me do my close the paint can dance, because then I know it gets good and tight. Yeah. And then it has a nice tight seal on it. There you go. That is closed up, put away, and nice and tight. I can take a picture of the top if I wanted to. Up. My mixing piece has almost come clean, just sitting in the water by itself. I have my paint key right there. This is down here. I'm gonna pick up the paint globs that peeled out of our can. And just gonna drop them right here. I'm gonna push that away. I actually put it over that mark right there. And I'll set the can right here. Now watch this, you're gonna love it. I take my aluminum foil, grab a hold, and maybe it's supposed to pull right out, baby. What's happening? Woo. There you go. Like I said, it was not the right roller. This is for a mini roller. I couldn't find the right roller, so that's the one I used. And I just go ahead, and it is ready to use again. So that's cleaned up. How about that? And see, that's how I frustrate myself. This is exactly how I frustrate myself. You just saw how fast that was. Why did it take me so long to get back to it? I have no idea. That was absolutely ridiculous. I'm just going to actually set that there and set this here. So I'm taking it to the garage. All right, this I think I'm going to just throw away because I'm going in the garage. I have tons and tons and tons and tons of plastic. So throwing this one piece away is not going to do anything. I just don't want plastic. Yeah, so guys, there we go. We will let our walls, ready? I'm raising you up again. Let our walls, whoa, dry. Oh, look what I got. Look, I have all my merch, all my magnets. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I'm still have to find the yellow. So last time I painted, I put all of my paint, like what I pulled the samples off of, because it says how to mix them again. And I can't find the envelope or the file folder, so yeah, that's what's happening. All right, I'm gonna put this right here. And out in the garage, I have a key. I put my key on a box. So I have to do that or I'll lose it. Let me step out in the garage. We'll be out there later today breaking down boxes. Won't that be fun? I'm telling you, it's a disaster. Okay. All right, so we got that project completed. We did. It will be dry shortly. In the meantime, we'll be, oh, looks like the sun's starting to come out. How nice is that? Okay. I said, oh, here's Marley. So this table that's right here is actually going to live in the dining room, and we'll put something else in that spot. But for the meantime, since everything has to come out of the other room, we are living it. See ya. Yes, everybody in blue. Hey, Clint family, welcome. Has a channel. Coco has an amazing, amazing cooking channel. Oh my gosh. It is something. Oh, go. Here, let me give you a jacket as well. So you can click onto her and you can go check people out because her channel is amazing. The Quint channel, their channel is all about, here, let me give you a jacket, Alicia. Now all you have to do is click on somebody and you can run around and test them. Coco's cooking channel is fabulous. What is he going? What are you using now? Okay, Kay Daly, he's out in the oil fields, so he shows his garden and he shows his stuff and he does a lot of silent lives. Then we have in the house, I'll give you the rundown. The Quint family. I'm looking at my laptop over here. The Quint family is all about their life with the same age and an older sister, right? And then we have going on we have Coco's cooking. Red's room. Red is from Jamaica. He does a morning live and an evening live. His channel is so much fun because it's a really community channel. So people that are there have gotten to really know each other, or they knew each other before. So it's kind of like twice a day getting with your friends and giggling and hanging out, and silly things happen. And then people come up and give ideas about channels, give ideas about how to keep your YouTube moving and growing. It's just a really fun place to go laugh and relax. And so my channel, the ASMR part, I'll put out my story. I'll do a story time live on how it all evolved to ASMR Nuts. It's a whole thing, but hey, it's fun and funny and nothing else. There's been never a time in my life that I can sit down and have a conversation with people that seems serious, but comes out to be the most ridiculous thing ever. Ever. And that's what happens when I talk about nuts. Because I'm saying this stuff with a straight face, but inside I'm laughing. So anyway, that's kind of the community, and welcome to our community. Everybody you see who's in blue has been around and hanging out with me for the past, almost a year. I came on in April last year. That's when I started uploading videos. So it's been April, May, June, July, a year and 4 months. So, and I kind of fell into just a wonderful community right off the bat. You couldn't ask for more. It's very diverse, wonderful. You have cooking channels on one side, you have people, what's the other big one, just talking like me when we're vlogging, all kinds of stuff. You have families getting together, laughing and having friends. Yeah. Okay, bye. Jump around and find some great channels. It's all there for you. It is all here. Oh, and guys, don't forget, please do not forget, go over to the community post on my post, and you can now. I have my community tab open, and once you turn your community, thanks Red. Once you turn your community tab on, other people can post a link on your channel. I don't have to go to their channel and pick up a link. You can post your link yourself. So I left a post that said, here's my latest video, link your latest video below. So please go on over on the, it's called post, just post, or in the community tab and leave a link, or you can even go in and just say, hey, here's my latest video. And you can leave a link to it there. So that's something that I haven't seen a lot of people using. I swear, like when you go to share somebody's video, that's where you're sharing. But with having the community tab turned on, it allows anybody to do that. And we all know I am just YouTubing away. all the time. So I have mine on for this channel because I monitor it a lot. My new channel that is not monetized and I don't monitor quite as much. Yeah, go to my post and see, and you can leave a link there. I tried it with my other channel, and Hot Grown went into the community tab. He was able to leave a picture, but I could click into it, but I wasn't sure if it was just me. But I know on my post page, because I have it on, you can say, hey, here's my latest video, click, and leave it there. But I was hesitant to use it to allow people to click anything they wanted to because of having to monitor it. Then it gives anybody access to do whatever. So that's what I was hesitant. But then now that I'm back on doing lives all the time and I'm really back hitting it hard, you're welcome. You're welcome. Please connect. I decided I'm here enough and I'm monitoring stuff enough that I should be able to catch something if it is inappropriate over there. So go see if it works like I think it does. And I could be wrong, but yeah, it's where it says, oh, start conversations with your fans and stuff. And in the community tab itself, you couldn't leave the link, but in my post section, you could leave in the comments, leave a link there. Because I was able to leave one from my other channel. But anyway, somebody go over there, drop your latest video on my post that says, I'll show you what it says. Let me see. Let me go ahead and pull up my channel. Let's look together, because I was sure today to bring out my little laptop. Let's see what we got. Let me move the ladder out of the way. I am so excited to have this room finally finished. Oh, sorry, that was a whole face view, wasn't it? All right. So there's Alicia's channel. I was checking on that. I want to go right here to me. Let's see what we got. We're going to go view my channel. And right here where it says post, if I click on that, it will say I have this right here. Here's my newest video. And then if you go into the link, I came up and was able to leave something underneath. I didn't try to write my comment, but I was able to leave. But then I'm like, well, it's on my account. Is that why I'm able to do it on both pages? Now, when let's see, on post, let me see. And there's somewhere anyway, see what you can post on there, and if you can get a link to show up. I thinking that it's not giving me the other page, but I know somewhere community tab, maybe I need to go to my other account and find community tab. Hold on. Look at me using a computer like a pro. I wish you would know how much tears it took to get to this point in 2 years. I had not touched computers at all. All right, so if I come here, my other account, I'm gonna go right here. I just want to go to my live. I just want to go to the page. Oh, hold on. All right, so let's see. All right. So it says podcast. Oh, that's my long. That's where I put all of my loops are in podcast. Here's us. Oh, wow. So now you're hanging out. Yeah, that's what got me here. I hope you heal fast. I had my surgeries, and then I started, after my last surgery, started a YouTube channel. It gets you in trouble being at home having surgeries. So if I clicked on the post, and then yeah. Anyway, play with it. See if you guys come up with the same conclusion I did. Oh, Okay. And we're back into the live. There we are, back into it. So yeah, that is one thing. Hey, Mr. Spread Love. He's got stories over on his channel. So if you're looking for somebody to listen to some stories, Mr. Spread Love is the guy. He is the guy you want to go visit. Let me give you a jacket while we're here doing that today. This is so much, oh shoot, I clicked too fast. Better than, hold on, I went clicking. When I click too fast, stuff happens. There. Ooh, that took a lot of clicking. Yeah, so the whole surgery, that's what got me. But please remember me when live stream ends. You're the best painter I've ever seen. Okay. I sure will. I sure will. Now, Alicia, do you have video? I thought I gave you a jacket. Where's your jacket? Yeah, why aren't you showing up in blue? Anyway, let me see. I will definitely go over. Let's see what we got going on. Yeah, let me watch some shorts and oh Lord. Alicia, I see that redheaded child. I had one too. Sorry. But it's an adventure, isn't it? Yeah, let me go ahead and leave your page up. Hey, Timur, welcome. I see you here, but I'm not seeing you here. I don't know why it's not coming up for, I'll have to go over there. I don't know why my jacket's not jacketing for you. I have tried. Let me try it again. I might click the wrong buttons. Who knows? Anyway, probably a lag somewhere. I don't know. Anyway. Time more. Well, oh, you got your jacket. Cool. Okay. Whew. I'm so worried. I am so worried. We will. Look, I was so proud of my computer use, and then now I can't computer. Isn't it a thing? All right, we're gonna add one more moderator. What do you think? Do you guys want to hang out a bit more and clean a rug with me? I got my new rug cleaner. What do you think? You know, I keep getting in bed. My sister, who's a year younger than me, is always telling me that I need to watch my angles on the camera. So let me watch she says I have to watch my angles, and my nephew says, you never say like, comment, and subscribe. Or I have a membership, 99 cents. There you go. Yes. Did it, so it worked? Let's see. Let me see. All right, if I go to my post, I'm going to refresh my post. I'm going to come on down, and I'm going to open your comment. Oh, let me bring a page up. Let me bring a new page up. Okay, I'm going to view my channel from here. And I'm going to go to post. And we're I'm not seeing it on my page yet, but I might need to have to go all the way out and come back in. And then I'm sure I'll see it. Hold on. But you saw it pop up, right? That's cool. And then that gives people power. Hold on. Not to worry. There's always another device to be had. Let's see what we can do. If we can see if it worked real quick. because that's what I was understanding them saying it was supposed to do. Oh God, watch your angles. Oh, that's my sister. Hold on. Let me switch accounts. I feel so awesome. You ready for a cup of coffee? Cup of tea? I just did the, I'll have to spin you around and show you. I need to view my channel. We're going to check and see. Okay, I have, so I go into post and I see, it hasn't shown up, but I wonder if it's being held then. I'm not quite looking for, there's me, and I just see the one comment. Well, if you see it there, maybe it'll pop up in a little bit. I don't know. I'm doing well, Garden. I hope you are. We just finished painting our wall. It is just about dry over here. Oh, and it looks so much better. And I did get I bought for my tea cover here. This was supposed to look all distressed and blah, blah, but it just started looking dirty to me. So I got a piece of vinyl and we went ahead and cut that. So now it is, you have to go where it says visit community. Okay, great. Yeah, I have to sit down and figure it out. And that stuff, I can find stuff half the time. And then the next time I come live or come to explain it to somebody, I can't find all the parts and pieces. But I would definitely, so that's supposedly what it's supposed to do, be able to link people to find you. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll check. I will check and I will report back to you at your 5 o'clock live. Yeah, you changed to 5, right? Or 5:30? 5 o'clock. I will be there and I will report in, Mr. Red. Take note, pen and paper. Paige, Fabulous Nuts, ASMR, or just Fabulous will be there with a beer to report in to you, whether I see it or not. Yeah, and that's what I read, or what I was getting from 4 p.m. Friday. Okay. Got it. Ooh, that's good. That's just 4 p.m. is pizza and beer at our house too. Good times. All right, guys, so our next project, if you want to keep working, we can get back to work. All right, so let's take a look. We're going to do our decor, but we got our tabling until the new table gets in. We have our gorgeous curtains changed, the new walls, the new switch plates right there. We have our halls, doors, and trim all painted. Look how bright and shiny and new it all looks. I am telling you, it is amazing what just a simple coat of paint will do for you. And then we turn around into our little itty bitty kitchen with my son's stuff on the counter. And there it is. Oh, fresh and new, wonderful. We will keep going. All right, the next thing I'm going to bring it in here is, thank you. This is done. The next one is going to be days long. But before I get in there, I switched my trim and my doors. I have the link in my shop just so you can see what I use. It's the Olympia Indoor Outdoor Enamel Finish high gloss paint. It changed my life. I got it when I went to repaint the house for the second time. No, the first time. And I kept saying there has to be something better for trims because all these doors are white and people's hands are getting the grubbies, and you're washing and the paint just washes off after wash. And sometimes you're using soap and sometimes, you got to spray it with Lysol or spray it with something that was breaking the paint down. So I said, this is not working. There has to be something better. And also, when we moved in this house, my children were little. And so on the door where the pantry is, it was just grubby handprints. Grubby handprints. So once I switched to black, hey, World Tour 8, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. Once I went to black into that paint, because it's indoor outdoor, for all of the trim, it has been wash and go and has really held up. I'll show you. So the trim has not been painted either in like 15 years, right? So this is this doorway right here. And you can see it doesn't, all right, let's come to one where you can see light. It has stayed, you know, pretty fresh from handprints. I mean, here's a mark where somebody hit it with a pencil down here, but you can't see where the kids were walking in and out, and I can wash it over and over and over and over. And the same with the banisters and all once I got those washed. But this has held up, and right here where it got washed a lot, the indoor, outdoor, it's linked in my shop because I'm just putting everything I'm using there, is amazing. And the doors, I just repainted them, but they have held up just gorgeous, just gorgeous. I really recommend for trim using that enamel-like indoor, outdoor, something that is scrubbable, because without it, you just wind up scrubbing you're very welcome. Thank you for supporting my channel. You just wind up washing your paint off. So that's why with that, the walls, I get the good paint and I get where it's washable. And maybe if something gets on the wall, I might wash it. I'll dust the walls down maybe once in a while. But because I use indoor, you know, I have central air and I have central heat and my windows aren't really opening, I'm not getting stuff where I need to scrub a lot of walls. Down where the dogs, that's different. I've done a lot of scrubbing and it has held up well. So that's one thing that I can. Yeah, it is. But this is not a, it's by Sherwin-Williams, and it is an acrylic paint, but it's enamel-like. So it paints, it goes on, it's almost like glue. Like really reminds me of like painting with glue. It goes on, it's that consistency, but it's worth the money. You know, if I'm gonna spend that kind of money, let's be sure that we make it so that it does what it says it's gonna do. But anyway, guys, I am so blessed that you all have decided to come be with me today, come hang out with me. I appreciate it so much. So here's the thing, I really am gonna do carpets next. You wanna hang out? Do you wanna keep chatting while I do carpets? How much time? Why don't we just go for 5 more minutes and then we'll say, actually, I think I'm gonna say goodbye now. It's a good spot. I hate to click off when there are people in the chat, but I sure do thank everybody for being here today and supporting me. Who knows, I might get washing these carpets and decide it's the best thing ever and come back live. You never can tell. I am gonna go make sure my playlist has been going because I run playlists. That's how I'm able to support, and I just thank you. I have my latest ASMR nutty video out, and on my other channel I am doing good morning series because hey, who wouldn't want to have a cup of coffee and get dressed with me? I'm telling you, can there be anything better in life? No nuts involved. Yet. Who knows where the nuts will go. Yeah, I am. Oh, I'm pulling the carpets up. Let me take you, I'll do the tour because I love talking about what I'm gonna do. Okay, so come into my room. This was the dining room. And the dining room turned into my husband's office during the time when everybody was at home working. So he took over. Oh, okay, great, thanks. I will return. He took over and the table went there. And then instead of a dining room table, my husband got a lovely recliner. That's what he has in his room. But he's gone back to the office and I want my dining room back. So, and anyway, it's time for him to move on. It's time for my husband to accept the fact that he's not going to have this room anymore. The house is mine and I'm taking the room back. So he's getting booted out. But I'll let him have, I told my husband, because I'm so generous, he can keep the desk and he can keep his instruments. The hat stand has got to go. It's got to go. But what we're going to do is I'm going to change the color of my light fixture. So it's a bronze color and I'm going to do it like in the same gold. And I'm going to do gold accents. I'm going to add some reliefs into my ceiling, some three-dimensional stuff up in the ceiling. Then we'll paint the walls. And then when we rip the dirty carpet up off the floor, we're going to paint it black with the enamel light paint. And we're going to use gold. I'm going to use a stencil. And we'll go all the way around the room in a gold stencil. We'll seal the floor real well, maybe put a carpet, move the furniture back in, and have a dining room. Yeah, we will move his stereo out. We'll move the dog bed out. And it is. I mean, it's a great room, and I'm glad it was used, but it's time. It's time. And if I'm going to paint it and take everything out, it's going to be redecorated. So we will start this next week. Saturday, I head to the farm. We're going to spend some time with my mother, which will be a wild time. Maybe I can get her cracking. Hey, Essie! Kabaya, welcome, the best braider in the South America and the whole world. You can be the best braider in the whole world. Essie, her videos, let me tell you something. So she braids hair and she has her hair braiding videos up. Let's leave this room and so that's the next project. But if you put her hair braiding videos on to any music, it will match the music. And if it doesn't match the music, you can adjust the speed of her videos to match the music you're playing. It's a lot of fun. Not that I'm not interested in what you're saying or watching how you have it, but I really enjoy sitting back with my records or my stuff and watching you braid to my music. That is my official cheat. It is so much fun. That's 100% how I do it. So there you go. We were just getting ready to say goodbye. I've been here. I'm done. I did that long live yesterday. And I do have some videos to edit before I head out of town. So thank you for jumping in. I sure do appreciate it. And I'm going back to yesterday and the day before to pick up everybody to make sure. But I think I'm getting everybody's visit. Yeah, you are welcome. You're welcome. And like I said, next week we'll be live on the back porch at Mom's house. Maybe in the woods. Well, she is in a no zone for cell phones and all. It's like they're blocked. You can't have it. So anyway, that's what happens. But we will definitely be back tomorrow. I'll let you know how the carpet cleaning goes. But until then, everybody just have a fabulously nutty rest of your day, your evening, wherever you are in the world. I know I appreciate you. See you later, guys.